2024 is coming to a close, and it's been a really great year. As some of you know, my wife and I adopted our very first dog in February of this year. So today I'm going to be talking through his favorite video games that I played in 2024. My name is James, and I started this channel simply because I love video games. If that sounds like you, please subscribe to my channel so that you can see more videos just like this one. I played over 40 video games in 2024, but there were about 5 games that captured Winston's attention more than the rest. And those are the 5 games I'm going to be talking about today. First up is Ryse, Son of Rome. I think I started playing this game on the day that we first brought Winston home. I'm not sure how much time he had spent around TVs before, so it's unclear to me if he found the Spartans and the combat and everything in Ryse, Son of Rome really captivating, or if he just wanted to understand why I was staring at this glowing rectangle on the wall. Most of all, Winston would like when I would play Ryse, Son of Rome because it meant that he could just come and curl up next to me and that we could just spend some time together. Up next is Gotham Knights. This game's not particularly good unless you are Winston. Y'all probably don't know this, but Winston is actually secretly a car guy. Anytime that there is a loud car or anything really with like a loud engine driving through our neighborhood, he's very quick to run over to the window and see what's going on. When we're on walks, he wants to follow the big trucks around the neighborhood. And I don't really care about cars, but he does. I would play as Nightwing, and there was one thing specifically in this game that he really liked, and that was Nightwing's motorcycle. The first couple times he heard it, he thought it was coming from somewhere outside, and then one day when I was playing, he actually saw it on the screen, and he understood that this sound was coming from the TV, kinda. Unfortunately, that was really the only part of Gotham Knights that he liked. I don't think he fully understood what was going on with the Court of Owls and everything there. Up next is Tribreaker, a Sacred Symbols Odyssey. This is actually the most recent one that I've played on this list. And in Tribreaker, he didn't really seem to care for the different sounds that they threw in the game. However, visually, he was very impressed. Anytime that I was doing any of the brick-breaking levels, he was captivated by the bouncer. You could watch his head just go back and forth as he was watching the bouncer go all over the screen. And really, most of the levels that have one particular item moving and everything else kind of staying still seem to be something that he really liked. Up next is Star Wars Outlaws. This one was actually interesting. Starting it up, I really expected him to be into the speeder because he was into the motorcycle in some of the other games that I had played, but he actually, for the most part, didn't care for Star Wars Outlaws at all at first. He definitely didn't care for the combat or the stealth or any of that stuff. I think what he liked most was the cutscenes. Specifically, any cutscene where Nyx was on screen, he would stop whatever he was doing and stare at the screen. And every once in a while, he would look up at me to see if I would give him permission to go over and meet Nyx. So he doesn't quite understand how TVs work yet. The final game that I have to talk about today, and you can call this probably Winston's Game of the Year, was The Last of Us Part 2. This one, oddly enough, he was captivated by pretty much this entire game. Anytime that there were people on screen or people talking on screen, he would stop and look at them. Anytime an enemy made any kind of whistle or anything like that, he would stop what he was doing and look up and try to figure out where the whistle came from. And then what really solidified this as Winston's Game of the Year was Alice. Alice is a fictional dog, obviously, that appears in The Last of Us Part 2. Naughty Dog did such a great job animating this dog and with the sound for this dog that Winston saw Alice and he thought it was a real dog. He ran up to the screen to try to meet her, and then when she walked off screen, he ran out into the living room thinking that she would be out there waiting for him. And that's what makes it number 1. Those have been Winston's 5 favorite games from 2024. In the comment section, please let me know what games your pets liked watching in 2024. And until next time, the best way to keep up with me is on Twitter and on Instagram at James_Solar and on Blue Sky at jamessolar.bsky.social. Thanks, guys.